South of sunset, the ruling clans built a great city, Navenia. The ruler of Navenia was given the title Mecha Commander, and the Mecha Commander of the current generation is Milady. Generation after generation, Mecha Commanders have held the power to keep the city running and prospering. It's said that this power originated from long ago in the ancient world, when knowledge and wisdom began. This power was passed down from one generation to another, keeping Navenia orderly and thriving. When Milady became ruler of Navenia, she took control of this great and wondrous power. To the outside world, Milady is a refined noble, a cold and determined lady who brooked no argument. Only Milady knows what terrible price her ancestors paid for their miraculous powers, an unrelenting curse. Beneath Milady's long, elegant gloves, something strange is happening to her body, crystallization. Starting from the tips of her fingers little by little, her palms are becoming hard and transparent. Even the city isn't immune to this corruption. There are subtle but continuous changes, polluted water, corrosion, and crystallization, and she desperately wants to break the curse. Coincidentally, there was a businessman called Niccolo Polo in Navenia who was very interested in machines, and was a student of a famous mechanics master. During one of his business trips, Niccolo Polo happened to come across a record describing the art of machinery and the origins of knowledge. Though he sent the files back to Navenia, they were personally destroyed by his master. Upon learning that the way to break the curse had been destroyed, Milady became enraged and imprisoned the master with her mechanical minion. Later, she held the master and Niccolo Polo's only son captive, demanding that Niccolo Polo find the way to break the curse again. Niccolo Polo set out once more, but this time he vanished into the Far East, never to return. 15 years later, the consul's mansion posted a notice looking to recruit fearless adventurers to venture to the far reaches of the continent. A young trader, Marco Polo, Niccolo Polo's only son, signed up. After bidding farewell to the master who had been teaching him, he ventured east in search of his father, aided by the notes that his father had left behind. Milady's mechanical minion monitored their every move, their every word. Unbeknownst to Marco Polo, he had become a pawn to the powerful consuls, venturing out to search for the answers they wanted, the origins of knowledge, and the secret to breaking the curse. Milady believed that she would one day win.
Milady excels at clearing minion waves and taking down towers, and she can use her 2-1 ult 2 skill combo to crowd control enemies while dealing lots of damage. She relies on her mechanical minions to do her fighting for her, and she summons a new one each time she kills an enemy unit. Her skill 1 deals damage using an aircraft, while her skill 2 summons mechanical minions to attack enemy units and towers. Her ultimate stuns and marks the targeted enemy, and the mark deals extra damage when it expires. Prioritize upgrading her ultimate or her skill 1 if the ultimate is not available.
Triple kill!
As an elite ruler, Milady of the Hightower clan wields the power of the Wonder, and despite her clan's name, she loves nothing more than tearing down towers. This is her passive skill, which lets her summon a mechanical minion every time she kills an enemy unit. If any of her mechanical minions remain undefeated by their expiry, they will self-destruct and deal damage to nearby enemies. Milady can control up to 5 mechanical minions at any one time, so summoning more will cause the oldest existing one to self-destruct. Milady's skill 1 is her main poking skill. Upon using it, she will deal multiple rounds of damage to enemies in its path, and using it again lets her deal additional damage and slow enemies. Milady's skill 2 is a summoning skill. Each time she uses it, she summons a group of mechanical minions that automatically attack nearby enemies. She can stock up to 3 uses of this skill, letting her quickly summon a small army of her loyal subordinates when it's fully stocked. Milady's ultimate is her only crowd control skill. It marks and stuns the target enemy, and then deals damage over time while slowing them. The mark also deals an additional damage to the enemy when it expires. If there are friendly mechanical minions within range when Milady places the mark, they will speed up and attack the target. And if the target is killed, Milady will immediately summon 3 mechanical minions. This is a common skill combo for Milady. First, she uses skill 2 to summon multiple mechanical minions to poke the enemy. Then, she uses her ultimate to exert crowd control and speed up the minion's damage output. Finally, she uses skill 1 to deal more damage and restrict the enemy's movement. This skill combo primarily relies on the buffs granted to mechanical minions by the ultimate and the slowing effect of skill 1 to maximize damage. Once she reaches level 4 and unlocks her ultimate, Milady can use it in combination with the mechanical minions from skill 2 to deal loads of damage fast. She can choose to work with her teammates to take down towers on the side lanes, or try to launch an ambush from the mid lane brush to take out the enemy hero there and attack the mid lane tower. Do note that Milady is quite the squishy hero and has only one crowd control skill. So, in teamfights, she should stay in the back line and poke the enemy with her skills 1 and 2, and use her ultimate to control frontline enemies or enemies making a run for her own backline. If the enemy team is being kept busy by her teammates, she can also use the opportunity to backdoor towers solo, bringing the match to a swift end. Milady is capable of staying in the fight for a long time without going down. In the early game, she can focus on farming in her lane and join up with the stronger laners on her team to build up an advantage if the opportunity presents itself. By the mid to late game, the increased magical attack from her equipment will strengthen her mechanical minions to the point where she can join up with teammates to take down towers even without the help of regular minion waves.
I'm so far ahead of the times. Energy is infinite. There goes your power source.